Welcome to Blazing Baseball, episode number 108, where we blaze through today's baseball topics, and we are Yankees and Astros fans.
Yes, sir.
So right now we have the Astros at Seattle. Excuse me. It is the top of the seventh, and we are winning 2-0. Chaz McCormick is up. It is a 3-0 count, and there is one out.
All right.
And we just got to walk.
And we got to walk. Those are up 2-0. All right.
Yep.
He's having a good day.
Brash is pitching right now for the Mariners.
All right.
And we also have we are also watching Toronto and Boston. And Toronto is winning 3-1 right now.
3-1. Okay. So we have a full schedule today. There's 15 games plus a doubleheader. So you want to go over the schedule?
Yep. So
all right.
The doubleheader is the Guardians at White Sox. In the first game, Cleveland won 7-4. Sorry if I mispronounced any names in this podcast. The win goes to Stefan, and the loss goes to Hendricks. And then later today, we have the Guardians Pilkington, who is 1-2, versus the White Sox Lynn, who is 1-3. And then we have the Astros at Mariners, and then the Blue Jays at Bum Sox. And then in warm-up right now, we have the Cubs at Phillies.
Cubbies.
With the Cubs Stroman, who is 2-5, versus the Phillies Wheeler, who is 8-5. And then also in a warm-up, we have the Twins at Tiger, with the Twins Ryan, who is 6-3, versus the Tigers Panetta, who is 2-5. And then later today, we have the Cards at Reds, with the Cards Mats, who is 3-3, versus the Reds Minor, who is 1-6. And then the Marlins at Pirates, with the Marlins Meyer, who is 0-1, versus the Pirates Quintana, who is 2-5. And then we have the Yanks at Orioles, with the Yanks Cole, who is 9-3, versus the Birds Lyles, who is 6-8. And then we have the Padres at Mets, with the Padres Snell, who is 1-5, versus the Mets Bassett, who is 7-6. And then we have the Rays at Royals, with the Rays Pantino, who is 0-1, versus the Royals Singer, who is 4-3. And then we have the Rockies at Brewers, with the Rockies Urena, who is 1-1, versus the Brewers Woodruff, who is 7-3. And then we have the Giants at Dodgers, with the Giants Wood, who is 6-7, versus the Dodgers Urias, who is 8-6. And then we have the Angels at Braves, with the Angels Sandoval, who is 3-5, versus the Braves Wright, who is 11-4. And then we have the Nats at D-backs, with the Nats Sanchez, who is 0-1, versus the D-backs Baumgartner, who is 5-9. And then last but not least, in Oakland, we have the Rangers at A's, with the Rangers Bush, who's 2-1, versus the A's Caprillion, who is 1-5.
16 games today. Lots of baseball happening. Okay, so let's get right to it. Last night, the Astros won 5-2 over the Mariners in Seattle. The Astros had 10 hits. Bregman had a double, and Diaz had a double. Altuve had a home run, and Alvarez had a home run, and Maldonado all had home runs. So Astros pick up 5 runs, hold the Mariners to 2 runs. Winning pitcher is Urquidy. He's 9-4 for the season. He went for 6 innings. He gave up 4 hits and 1 earned run. He had 3 strikeouts, and his earned run average is 3.93. He got the win, and Neris got his first save of the season. He pitched the 9th inning, and he had a strikeout. His earned run average is 3.60. Losing pitcher was Gonzalez. He's 5-10 for Seattle, and his earned run average is 3.74. He gave up 9 hits and 5 earned runs. So the Astros snapped the Seattle Mariners 14-game winning streak by winning 5-2. All right. Astros are in first place at 62-32, and the Mariners are in second place they're 51 and 43. And we'll figure out how many games that is on when you do the standings. Okay, and then last night the Yankees won a nail biter 7-6 at Camden Yards in Baltimore against the Orioles. Yankees had 9 hits and 7 runs. Donaldson had a double, and so did Trevino. Home runs by the Judge, 2. One was 465 feet. And Gallo. Joey hit a home run, 2 in the 7th inning. So the Yankees get 7 runs on 9 hits with a bunch of homers, and they hold the Birds to 6 runs on 9 hits. The winning pitcher was Ludgy. He's 3-3. The starting pitcher, Talion, he went 2 2/3 innings. He gave up 4 hits and 2 runs. Ludgy gave up no runs, and he had 3 strikeouts. His earned run average is 2.88. The save went to Holmes. Holmes got the 17th save of the season. He went for 1 2/3 innings, and he had 3 strikeouts. He only gave up 1 hit, and his earned run average is 1.26. Chapman came in the middle of the game. He did not do too well. He got 1 batter down, but he gave up 2 hits and 3 runs. So his earned run average is 5.75. So Chapman's not back to 100% yet. But Holmes sure looked good. The losing pitcher was Wells. He's 7-6 for the season. He went 5 innings. He gave up 5 hits and 5 runs. 2 of those were the homers. And his earned run average is 3.69. There were 28,468 fans at Camden Yards in Oriole Land, but the Yankees held out and won 7-6. Yankees are 65-30, first place in the AL East, and the Orioles are 46-47. They're almost 500, and they're 5th place in the AL East. So that's what's happening from yesterday. Now, live, what's happening with the Astros? You want to do the lineup?
Yeah, so
All right.
pitching for the Mariners, we've had Gilbert so far and Brash.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the Astros, so far it is Verlander.
Oh, boy.
7
Yes.
strikeouts so
Oh,
far.
he's so good. Oh, Verlander is amazing.
So first for the Astros is Altuve at second base, batting 284, and then Pena at shortstop, batting 260, and then Alvarez at DH, batting 308, and then Bregman at
So
third
good.
base, batting 242. Yep. And then Tucker at right field, batting 251, and then Gurriel at first base, batting 236. And then Chazzy Fizz-McCormick is batting 232. And then Myers at center field, batting 250. And then Maldonado at catcher, batting 164.
Okay.
Also, the Mets did a couple trades, and we'll get into that later on this podcast.
I didn't see that. All right.
And then batting first for the Mariners is Crawford at shortstop, batting 265. And then France at first base, batting 304. And then Winker at left field, batting 228. And then Santana at DH, batting 214. And then Suarez at third base, batting 238. And then Frazier at second base, batting 238. And then Riley at catcher, batting 200. And then Moore at center field, batting 194. And then Haggerty at right field, batting 291.
Okay. And it's the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yep.
Okay.
Verlander has 70 pitches.
Keep going. He might get a full game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're hoping for the best.
Yep.
Okay, then. And tonight, the Yankees are going up against the Baltimore Orioles again, the Birds at Camden Yards. Who's chucking?
So, yes, at 6:05 Central Time, we have Garrett Cole on the mound for the Yanks, who is a right-handed pitcher who is 9-2 with 3.02 ERA and 147 strikeouts.
Wow.
And then on the mound for the Birds is Jordan Lyles, who is a right-handed pitcher who is 6-8 with a 4.76 ERA and 91 strikeouts.
All right. Do we got lineups? We do.
Up first for the Yanks is LeMahieu at first base, batting 282, and then Judge at center field, batting 284, and then Rizzo at DH, batting 224, and then Torres at second base, batting 267, and then Donaldson at third base, batting 232, and then Carpenter at right field, batting 326, and then Hicks at left field, batting 238, and then Kiner Flefa at shortstop, batting 273, and then Higashioka at catcher, batting 178. And then up first for Baltimore is Mullins at center field, batting 259, and then Rushman at catcher, batting 229, and then Mancini at DH, batting 274, and then Santander at right field, batting 241, and then Mountcastle at first base, batting 268, and then Hayes at left field, batting 267, and then Odor at second base, batting 203, and then Urias at third base, batting 255, and then Mateo at shortstop, batting 206, and the Mariners just hit a solo home run.
Yep.
So now it is 2-1 Astros.
2-1. Just made it over the fence. It was not wasn't deep. Dang.
The center right field.
Yeah. Okay.
And the other game that is live is still 3-1 Toronto.
Okay. All right then.
Over Boston.
So why don't we check the standings? Let's see what happened. Since the All-Star break, we had some games, right?
Yep. We had a series in a day.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
In the AL East, we have the Yanks 12 games over the Rays. In the AL Central, we have the Twins 1 game over the Guardians. In the AL West, we have the Astros 11 games over the Mariners. In the NL East, the Mets are 1.5 games over the Braves. In the NL Central, the Brewers are 1.5 games over the Cards. And in the NL West, the Dodgers are 10.5 games over the Padres.
All right. Those are the standings now. We're in the second half of the season, past the All-Star break, so it all counts big time. Every game's really important. I did want to make a note that the Judge has 36 home runs and leads the majors. He had 2 yesterday, and he has 77 RBIs. So he's smacking the ball. And he also has 8 stolen bases, which isn't half bad. Okay.
Yep.
The Judge is having a big season.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Also, in bad Yankee news.
Uh-oh.
I'll show you the clip right here. But according to ESPN.com,
he's hurt.
The title is New York Yankees officially place veteran reliever Michael King right elbow on 60-day injured list.
He blew his right elbow out.
So yesterday in the bottom of the 8th, when the Yankees were playing against Baltimore, he just threw a pitch. It looks like he threw out his elbow.
Yep. It overextended or something. It looked weird. That's it. He's done. I hope he can come back, and hope he's okay.
Yeah.
60-day. Okay, well, we'll get some more detail about that one, but that's too bad for the Yanks.
Yeah. I think that puts maybe more pressure on this Castillo talk with the Reds before the trade deadline.
Mm-hmm. I think so. All right.
Yep. And then in the Mets trades.
Yeah.
So according to the New York Post, we have by Mark W. Sanchez, Mets acquire Pirates Michael Perez amid injury-riddled catching unit.
Okay. They got a catcher.
Yep. And he is a 5th-year catcher.
Yeah.
And apparently their 2 catchers are injured right now.
Well, they had to do something.
Yeah.
Okay. So Buck Showalter made a move.
Yep. And early before this trade, they traded for Daniel back from the Pirates. And he's been known as a power hitter. He was on the Brewers for a long time before the Pirates. And I was reading another article. They gave away a rookie reliever for him.
Okay.
So the Mets are betting on this season.
Yep, they're active. They're trying to get the best players they can. They're making their moves to try to position themselves to win the pennant,
Yeah.
and then get into the World Series.
Yep. And yeah, they were saying that on the first article I was reading that this wasn't even their trade to get a power hitter. It was they're like trying to even get more
Ooh, they're trying
trades
more.
than Vogelback, and the catcher kind of feels like I don't know if that's
They're warming up.
what they're even saying with another power hitter.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe there is even another trade to come with the Mets.
Well, they're trying to make themselves have a better team and a better shot at winning it all.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, they're 1.5 game over the Braves, so it's a close race.
Yep. And the Braves are good, so they know that.
Mm-hmm.
The Braves won it all last year. Okay. Well, last night there was an interesting game at Fenway Park.
Yes.
The score was 6-0, and the Red Sox were playing the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays hit an inside the park grand slam and made the score 10-0. By the end of the game, the score in Fenway Park against the Red Sox was 28-5. 28 runs. That's a new record for the Toronto Blue Jays. They never scored 28 runs before. So, wow. The Red Sox were embarrassed. You never want to lose a baseball game 28 runs to the opposing team, unless you score 29. I mean, but anyway, wow. So maybe the Red Sox aren't so good this year. Yeah, and they were at home. So maybe the Red Sox aren't so good. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. But I just thought I'd make a note about that. Yeah. All right.
Did it mention the most runs in a game?
No, I didn't. No, I don't know what that stat is.
I'll pull it up right now.
It was the most by the
quick search.
30
by NBC Chicago says 30. The Rangers hold the record for most runs in an MLB game.
Okay.
Dropping 30 against the Baltimore Orioles in 2007.
Wow. Okay. So 30 runs.
She's
a lot. That's a lot of RBIs for one day, Emma.
Yeah.
So the batters are happy.
Yeah.
When they have a game like that, they make their stats look really good. They're going to get paid more money.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
Yep.
Okay. So the Astros are up 2-1, and the Yankees are playing tonight, and we're going to be rooting hard for both of them. And what's the score on that one? Still 3-1. Yep. Okay. Blue Jays and Red Sox is still 3-1. Blue Jays are up. Okay. Go Astros, go Yankees.
Yep.
Verlander's still in.
Yeah, I'm going to take one more look here. Make sure there's no more topics that we need to go over. Here's one. We have some Mattress Mac news.
All right.
48 minutes ago, according to Bleacher Report, it says Mattrick Mac flies to Iowa, Las Vegas to place $4 million worth of Astros World Series bets.
Whoa, $4 million betting on the Houston Astros to win it all. Holy cow. He bet $2 million and he gets $4 million if he wins.
He did it on a mobile bet. $2 million in Iowa and another $2 million in Las Vegas.
Okay. Double down. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I see.
He flew, according to a Twitter, BR betting, Mattress Mac flew all the way to Iowa to get more money down on the Astros.
Wow. That's a lot of money to be betting. But he's betting on the Astros, so that's a pretty good bet. If they can beat the Yankees, they can win it all.
Yeah.
Okay. Got to beat the Yankees first.
Yeah, and then as my prediction still stands, then the Braves.
And the Braves, they'd be playing. Okay. Well, we're going to see. But it's all good. We're still in first place, both divisions.
It says, Darren Rovell of Action Network noted McInvale has now bet at least $10 million on the Astros to win the Fall Classic this year. He previously made a $2 million bet in Louisiana Casino, $3 million bet at Caesars, and $1 million bet at Win
at
Bet.
Win Resorts. Okay, so he bet $10 million on the Astros.
Mhm.
Holy cow! He likes the Astros. He likes that pitching.
Yep, it says he's not the only one who will be rooting for Houston to win the title. He promised customers a promotion that will reward them with double their money back on purchases or more than $3,000 if the team accomplishes the feat.
All right. Well, he's having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right. Gosh, it's a lot of money to bet, but okay.
Yep.
It's a good team and they got good pitching.
Yep. And taking one more quick look.
Yankees interested in Juan Soto. Wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rumors flying around. We'll know in the next 10 days what's going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. They're warming up.
Angels getting calls on Shohei Ohtani. I bet every single team.
Oh, they would love to have him because they could get
trying to say something for Shohei Ohtani.
But they're not going to let him go.
Yeah.
He can win 20 games and bat 300. Why would you ever let somebody like that go? One guy doing two jobs.
Yeah.
One guy, two jobs. I mean, superstar jobs. All right.
It says the Boston Yahoo Sports title. The Boston Red Sox run differential over the past 3 games is worse than MLB since 1900.
All right, good to hear.
So that
good.
backs up the statement of the Bum Sox aren't good this year.
Okay. Well, that's a good day for the Yankee fans. I'll tell you that.
Yep.
All right.
And we'll catch y'all tomorrow here on Blazing Baseball. Blazing through tomorrow's baseball topics. Peace.
Peace out.